Hey guys, this is my apprentice vlog for, I guess it's Sunday. This week was okay. I didn't really learn a lot. I spent most of the week scrubbing floors and sweeping. Yeah. I didn't learn anything basically. And I had to watch the boss's children. It's like, I'm not no maid. They're okay kids though. They're like 8, 6, and 4. And so I rode bikes with them, basically. Yeah. So, I don't like the boss's wife. She comes in there and bosses me around. She's like, do this, do that, clean up this yard. I think she thinks that he pays me. I'm not sure. I think she's coming on to me a little. Like, she wanted me to move this rear differential, a 9-inch rear differential that was laying around. They took out like a Mustang or something. And so it's really heavy, and I couldn't lift it by myself. I tried to, and she said, I'll help. And then she tried, and started falling on her or something. And she's like, Daniel broke me. Many men have tried, but Daniel broke me. It's like, what? Is that something sexual? I don't know what she's even saying. And then she made a masturbation joke the other day about this other guy that was kind of weird, and she kind of likes me, I think. She follows me around a lot. It's kind of weird. Because the boss is like 50 years old, and his wife is like 27, maybe 30. So, yeah. I don't like that. These people are very low lifes. They smoke constantly. I had to go buy my boss more cigarettes. Marlboro Light. I had to make him his coffee a certain way. I had to go buy coffee for him. It's 50% French vanilla, and then like another 50% of dark roast, and or 49% dark roast, and then 1% my balls. Yeah, there's some extra cream in that, ain't it, bitch? Make me get your coffee. Yeah, it's gonna taste like balls. Son of a bitch. And I had to go give him coffee, cigarettes. Basically, I learned nothing this week at all. I saw them cut the front end off a Mustang. I don't know why they did it. Apparently, it was the easiest way to get suspension in. And then the guy that owned the Mustang that cut the front end off of to put on this one, because it had the Mustang 2 suspension, came in. This black guy, and he was real mad. But evidently, he abandoned his car for 5 years. I don't know. So they said, it's our car now. There's this thing at work called the pit. And in the pit, there is about 50 cars. They don't like me going back there, but they showed me at lunch. So I had to show the new guy, Jim, the pit. And basically, it's stolen cars, a mix of stolen cars and cars that were left on realtors' properties, and they get paid to remove them. It sounds a little illegal to me, I'm not sure. And so I think some of them might even be cars abandoned on the highway. I don't know. And so there's some nice shit down there. There's a lot of Chevy trucks and stuff like that. And I was asking my boss, is that Chevy truck running? He was like, yeah. So evidently, I think what they do is they buy a car on Craigslist that's really bad off, the same one they have in the pit, and they swap the parts out, or they swap the VIN number or the door with the VIN number on it, or any type of identification, and then they have a title for that vehicle. Because that might, if you buy a car for like $100, well, you can buy one for $200 on Craigslist, and you get a whole car. To get a salvage title for one of those cars is about $200 or something like that, they say. So you can get a car for $200 that, engine's not even in it or something. So, did that. It's basically just did a lot of sweeping and watching people work. It was mostly work that did the previous week. He beeped up a painting job on this Grand Marquis. It's like a cop car almost. And so there was runs in the paint and fish eyes, and it looked really bad. And so they wet sanded it and repainted it again. I don't understand. One day they let me sand a whole car. It was a Mustang, or no, it was a Camaro. I took the what they call eggshell off, or orange peel, where it's just this little flakiness you got to get rid of. I did all that on one car, and they said I did a great job. And next week, I was like, they were you know, sanding the car, blocking the car. And I said, can I help? And they're like, no, Daniel, it's best you just watch in this case. And so I spent like a week just watching them paint. And then, you know, there's remarks, they're like, see, Daniel, he just doesn't do anything, but watch. What? So I don't like that. And there was a, what was it, 1957 Thunderbird coupe that needed to be repainted. It looked beautiful, but evidently someone messed up the paint job somehow. And so we had to take all the chrome off, which is really hard because it has a lot of chrome. And so we took the bumpers off, and my coworker JJ, he sheared a bolt, but we lifted the bolt and it was grinded on already, so it doesn't really matter. And we took all that off. We're gonna repaint that and stuff like that. But I don't really know if I want to work here through the summer because they're not paying me, but they promised to pay me. It's the thing. They promised they'll give me work in the summer, but I don't know how much that will be. It's like, you know, $50 for, we got 2 weeks of work, which he gave me $50 the other day, and I spent it on gas and goes for gas, but it only was my pay. I don't know. And he's starting to gripe about paying for gas. I didn't ask him to pay for gas, but he said he would. He's, you know, if he said he would, he's going to. I'm gonna hold him to that, because, you know, driving 28 miles one-way trip to a mechanic shop so I can sit around and sweep floors and move heavy objects isn't my ideal of learning. And then his wife said to me was really condescending. I didn't really like. She said, a summer of working here, you're going to get in real good shape. You're going to lose all that baby fat. I'm like, shut up, bitch. Like, I don't do anything. You people know I'm active. It's not really a lack of exercise why I'm, you know, a little overweight. It's lack of diet. I eat the worst shit around. And they eat the worst shit around. I don't know. Her husband has this big pot belly. Well, he drunk for a long time, so I guess that's a... But, you know, I hate that condescending, cheerful shit about, you know, you're going to get in good shape. No, I might lose a little bit, but I'm not going to be Fabio or anything. I'm comfortable the way I am, so I don't give a shit. But anyway, did a lot of that. I finally nagged him enough to work on my truck, because like 3 weeks ago they said, bring your truck in, Daniel, and we'll work on it. And it just sat there. It just sat there. And I chalked the tire on one side, and I noticed it came back and the tire was moved. So that made me think they were using my truck, which I didn't like. And so basically what I did was I nagged him enough until he put, what was it? He took out the thermostat. So now it cools constantly, not the temperature gauge itself. The thermostat is this little copper thing with a spring on it that opens and closes depending on the heat the engine is, whatever, and makes coolant pass through the engine faster or slower. So he took that out, so coolant's just passing through the engine constantly. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but all I know is it doesn't overheat anymore, which I'm fine with. I made him fix my blinkers. He had to get a special $51 control module for my truck. It goes into the steering column. Oh, bitch to put in. But now I have blinkers and flashers and all that shit. So I think I might sell my truck though, because I kind of want something more fuel efficient. So I'm gonna upload a video of my truck. It'll just be me talking about it, because I'm gonna put it on Craigslist, my truck, and I'm going to use that, put that video in, so people can, you know, click on it and watch the video and see more detail about how it runs and crap like that. So yeah, basically I'd like to get maybe a Nissan. I like the Isuzu Pups. I like the Isuzu Pup diesels, and I also like the I'm kind of on the fence about Toyotas. You know, I have a lot of friends like, oh, Toyotas rocked, you know, what is it, R22 motors, I don't know. And yeah, I just don't like the front end on the Toyota. I like the front end on the Nissan and the Isuzu and the Mitsubishi Mighty Max. Those are all light trucks. The Ram 50 is pretty good. The GMC Sonomas were good. I like the pre-1990 S10s, because once they got into like 92, they got the pinched front end, it slopes in, and I hate that. Yeah, I sound picky. But yeah, this is going to be actually a really long video. But yeah, that's basically been my week as an apprentice at a body shop. I think I'm going to look for another apprenticeship. One at a mechanic's place. When I first joined, they told me I'd be rebuilding engines, carburetors, and all that shit. No, all I do is Bondo shit. No, I didn't sign up for that. Later, guys.